For Lusso. Now what's so new about that? Well, that already rather long name has got a T attached to the end of it now. That's T, it stands for turbo. Twin turbos on a smaller V8 than the much larger V12 with which it was launched last year. Now it's got a bit less power than the V12, 449 kilowatts versus 507. There's other changes as well. It's lost the four-wheel drive, so it's now rear-wheel drive only. And Ferrari reckons that makes it a completely separate model. How much differently does it drive to the V12? Well, that's why we're here in Italy to find out. So why would you want to buy a V8 Lusso when there's a perfectly good V12 version available? Well, you'd save a bit of money for starters, about 75 grand in the Lusso T's case, but it will still set you back just over $500,000, so it's not exactly bargain basement territory. So do you get an awful lot less? Well, obviously there's 4 less cylinders, there's a bit less engine capacity, and you only get rear-wheel drive instead of four-wheel drive. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. Now, the V12, it's got more power than the V8, but it's developed quite high up, so the two cars have got quite a different character. Because you've got 2 turbos, they boost the engine at low speed. I'm doing about 110 now. If I floor it, I'm out of here. Now, Ferrari's only just switched to turbo engines fairly recently. One of the criticisms, or perhaps people were expecting to be disappointed by perhaps, is that turbos would muffle the exhaust note. Also, it's not as high a revving engine, so do you still get that spine-tingling shriek that you do out of some Ferraris? Not so much, but it does make quite a bit of noise. With 449 kilowatts of power, it'll hit 100 kilometres per hour in a claimed 3.5 seconds, just a smidge slower than the bigger engine version. It's got plenty of trick technology to help, such as four-wheel steering and a variable locking diff, but it's the balance of the chassis that provides the raw ingredients. 54% of its weight is over the rear wheels, giving the front tyres the chance to nip into a corner at speed with little understeer but plenty of grip. And then it's time to unleash all that power and head for the next turn. The idea with the Lusso T is that it's a bit more of a sports car. You've got about 100 kilos less weight because the four-wheel drive system's not there. The engine probably saves a bit as well, but that means that it's a little bit more nimble, a bit lighter on its feet than the V12. Now, as well as the different engine setup, the suspension has been tuned a bit differently to the V12. It's a bit firmer, and so that means that on really choppy surfaces it rides a bit harder. Carrying 3 passengers in comfort is this car's forte, because the 2 back seats have enough leg and headroom for more than occasional use. The cabin is light and airy, and luxury abounds in all that leather and soft carpet. Of course, what you don't get is a pair of rear doors to aid getting in and out, but then whoever heard of a 4-door Ferrari? Obviously, not many of us can afford this sort of car, and few will have the delicious dilemma of choosing between V12 or V8 turbo versions. Go for the Lusso T though, and you get an extra dose of driving excitement, perhaps sacrificing a bit of rolling comfort, and you save yourself enough money to buy another car into the bargain.